everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you guys on how to perform well in the plugin plant. Now I know this is an on-call video from what I did yesterday, but there definitely was some things that I was missing and some things that I wasn't aware of, and I want to give a big shout out to everybody in the comments from the last video that were trying to provide tips and tricks and advice to do better in this game mode, because we're all trying to do better in this game mode. We're all trying to, get these plugins, because these things are going to make our characters just so much stronger. It literally will make our favorite characters as strong as possible. Now you guys can see that I'm on tier 5, and I'm just going to explain what's going to help you to do really well in this game mode. So the first thing is your overall points. Now I've mentioned this before where I said you need the recommended overall points in here to do well in this game mode, and that's absolutely true, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you need 3,000 points on your main damage dealer. However, it's still going to be the way to go. The more overall points that you have on your entire team, the better you're going to do in this game mode. Now there's a couple different ways that you can level up overall points. One is by leveling up the character, taking them from Awaken level 50 to Awaken level 60, 70, 80, 90, and so on, which is why the UE characters are so important, because they're the only characters that can go up to level 90, whereas the EX characters can only go up to level 70. But there may be some situations out there where you won't have the recommended overall points, but you're still going to be able to do enough damage in this game mode to be able to get it done. And the way that you do that is by what stats you actually have on your plug-ins. Now, there's been some players out there that's been doing a whole bunch of testing, trying to figure out what works the best in here. And it appears that Phantom Attack and Momentum are the kingdom come in here. And it seems like people are saying that you need about 360,000 Phantom Attack and you need 15,000 Momentum in order to get it done, especially in the last stage of tier 5. Now I imagine that's going to go up as we move up in these tiers, and these numbers again are just coming from players that tested this and played it over and over and over. So I'm just relaying the information to all of you guys. So if you look at my plugins, there's a few things that you actually want to look at. One, the overall power rating, right? The power rating that's actually on these plugins. The higher power these are, the more overall points that you're going to have. And it does help, it does make a difference. The more points you have, guys, the easier these game modes will be. However, if you do have Phantom Attack and Momentum, and you have a whole bunch of it, again, 360,000 Phantom Attack and 15,000 Momentum, you're going to do pretty damn well. Now, you guys can see on my Psyche, he only has 178,500 Phantom Attack. And when we look at the stat details, you can see that I have 9,800 Momentum, right? That's not 15,000, right? And that's definitely not 360,000 Phantom Attack. So I got some work to do as far as, putting the right plugins on them, right? But you just got to keep farming and farming and farming until you get the right plugins. And I can tell you that tier 4 is really a sweet spot, at least currently right now in the game, to get plugins. If you can do tier 5, then that obviously is going to be the best way to go. You can see this plugin that I got, that's Power 113, which is insane. Like, this is an epic rarity, which gives you 4 stats, which is unbelievable. And if you look at the stats, guys, we have the Phantom Attack by 22,000, but we also have a 10% chance to increase Momentum by 8,300. And we have increased Momentum by 5,700. So just with this plugin alone, along with what I have on my other plugins, I have more than enough Momentum. So I really need to get some Phantom Attack in order to do the most damage possible. So overall points, Phantom Attack, and Momentum is really what you're looking to have on your team, right? So every plugin that I have, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Momentum, Phantom Attack. Anything that increases Momentum, anything that increases Phantom Attack also is a good way to go, right? Every one of these plugins has those stats on them. So another tip that I can give you all is that, again, having the overall points average out to this here is the way to go. Since my Psyche has 3,115 overall points, and these two have 2,885 and 2,865, we're pretty damn close to this threshold, right? We're right in that vicinity. So it's really allowing my characters to do really well in this game mode, right? Now, if you're using all 3 characters as your main damage dealers, and I can tell you guys, like, in the very last stage of your tiers, you're going to have all 3 of these characters on the team. So really, it's best to have plugins with Momentum and Phantom Attack on all 3 of them. That's really your goal, and to have as much overall points. Now, if you're just using one character and you're just relying on one character like me and Psyche as a damage dealer, well, then all you're looking for is just trying to get more overall points on the other 2 characters. And as you guys can see, all I'm looking to get is just more power on these. I don't care what stat is on these. Obviously, if we have Phantom Attack, if we have Momentum, we're going to do better in the team composition when they're all working together. But if not, then you're just using that one damage dealer and you really don't need to worry about it. Now, when you get to the last stage, like in my case, it's still going to be really tough because my other two characters don't really have enough momentum, and Phantom Attack is still really, or well, actually my Psyche doesn't have enough Phantom Attack, right? So it's going to be really difficult right now. But if you have a lot of Phantom Attack and momentum on these other characters and your main damage dealer is already maxed out or already has enough of Phantom Attack and momentum, then you can do really well in the game mode. So I just make sure no matter what rarity they are, I just look for the highest power rating and I just equip them on my supporting characters. Again, you're going to do better if your supporting characters are awakened level much higher and if they have, you know, Phantom Attack and momentum on them. You're really trying to put the same plugins on all three characters, but your main damage dealer is the most important. Now, when I did this stage yesterday, I had 1 minute and 10 seconds left over. So let's do a little run and I'll show you guys the difference in having all these extra overall points and having the extra momentum and Phantom Attack, right? Especially momentum on my Psyche, right? So let's see how it goes, right? This is actually the second time that I'm recording this video for you guys because when I did it the first time, I was getting a lot of lag because I was facing the very last stage, right? Tons and tons of drop frames, and honestly, that kind of sucks to watch. So I thought we'd do it this way, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit my UE skill here. And we're just gonna murder these guys. I mean, look at the damage, guys. Look at the damage, right? We're absolutely gonna destroy these guys. Like just demolishing them, right? It's honestly really easy. And this was actually a pretty hard clear before. But again, you know, I did this in yesterday's video with 1 minute and 10 seconds left, right? So we're trying to do a little bit better. I just want to get to 2 bars here, right? And I say it all the time, but I just love that Psyche skills just go all over the place when you hit that basic attack. It is so nice. Like, it really is brain dead how awesome the character is, right? Well, how good he is. All right, we'll do that 3PG. And yeah, we'll just start planning on. And I really do, you know, use my basic attack really as much as possible. I don't really try to build it up too much because I really find that I don't need to. And you'll notice, guys, that you'll see all those momentum buffs always jumping up left and right. Come on, come on. All right, there we go. I do notice on LD Player, whenever I hit my 3rd skill, that there's a bit of a delay with it. It's a little annoying. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. That's what we've got to make do with here. We're going to throw some rocks, hit the Awakened skill, and burn it up. Let's see. Okay, now I believe these guys are done. Okay, so we're done. Look at how fast we're plowing through this, right? Now I'm just going to go ahead and hit my basics because these things just do so much damage. We're going to get those extra momentum buffs because we're doing so many hits, right? We have a 10% chance of getting that one momentum proc. Well, when you're doing that many hits, you're going to get that proc. Like, the chances of you getting that proc are very, very high. Which is another thing that's really awesome about Psyche. Alright. It's pretty awesome that this is my free-to-play account, and yet I can do this well on. It's pretty awesome. I gotta say, guys, pretty cool. But I wanted to do Psyche again because you guys saw the damage that we did yesterday, and now you can see the difference, and it's pretty astronomical. It's a huge, huge difference. Those tips about momentum and Phantom Attack really made all the difference. Let's go. I mean, look, guys, 3 minutes and 9 seconds left right now, right? Facing the final boss. I mean, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit that Awakened skill, and we're going to try to build up at least 2 bars, guys. I at least want to build up 2 bars. And look at the damage. Look at the damage, guys. Right? I mean, it's pretty wild. Right? We're going to do this in record time. Record time, we're going to murder this guy. Throw some rocks. I should have hit my defaults, what I should have done. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that, guys. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. In yesterday's video, it was 1 minute and 10 seconds left. That's how insane getting your momentum and your phantom attack leveled up, and then obviously having more overall points, the difference that it makes is pretty wild, guys. And what I do is I always kind of go through here, take a look. I mean, you can see the power, like these guys, like these things, like that 114. I'm going to be putting that on my support character because it doesn't have any phantom attack and it doesn't have any momentum. So I'm going to put that on my support character to increase my overall points, right? But my damage dealer, I want more momentum. I want more phantom attack, right? And this one here does give a little something, something. I'm not really sure if it's going to be better than what I already have, but I'm going to have to look into it, right? The overpower, guys, that just is going to decrease damage received from these bosses. You really want momentum so you can increase damage to them. But that's pretty much the gist of the plug-in plan, guys. Hopefully this will help some of you out there as far as trying to do really well in this thing. So guys, let me know how y'all doing in the game. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GT+7 time. Link in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.